Hello, in this video I'm going to be ranking all 56 US flags from states, Washington DC, and the territories. So unfortunately this is going to go pretty fast because most of them are going to be Fs, just because they are seals on a blue background, not even the same blue, sometimes not even blue. Montana there even wrote the name of their state. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of a flag. Let's see, we have New York, North Dakota. All right, we have quite a few of these. Oklahoma did the same thing, and Oregon, what a shame. Let's see, we got Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Wisconsin did the same whole words on their flag thing. Very disappointing, if you ask me. Alright, let's see. Now we have some of the best state flags, which is a low bar. Let's see, Alabama, I think I'm going to put in D. It is an uncreative flag at best. What else is going to go in D? Let's see. Oh, I think Florida's flag, kind of a rip-off of Alabama's. That's going to go in F, just because it has the seal as well. Otherwise it would go in D. Let's see what else we have. I'm not a big fan of the Iowa flag. I'm going to put that in D. It's a little bit more creative than the F tier flags, but still not good by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see, I missed a few F ones here. Illinois, definitely an F. Massachusetts, also an F for sure. Washington. I like green, but that's not a great flag color if you ask me. Let's see. Oh, West Virginia, one of the worst flags in the Union, of course. Okay, I think that should be all of the F flags. Moving back up to D, I think North Carolina. Again, I don't know why they had to put the text on there. I think it would have been fine if they had the N and the C without whatever that is up there. But unfortunately it does get a D rating here. Also going in D, I think I'm going to put Indiana. I don't like that flag. I know some people do. I'm not a fan of it personally. I don't like all the stars. I think the US needs to chill a little bit with their stars. It's a little bit overboard. Same thing with Missouri. I think they have quite a few stars on there. If you zoom in more, they actually have more stars that are really tiny. So again, I think they went way too far there. Georgia also, same thing with the stars. I don't know why so many of these state flags have that many stars. I forgot about South Dakota going the F, of course. Let's see, Hawaii getting a D rating from me. That is an ugly flag. It has the Union Jack in the canton, and then 3 alternating colors for the stars, or for the stripes. I don't understand what they were thinking. That's just kind of unfortunate. See, Rhode Island, I am also going to put in the D. I don't like that it's a square flag. I think they could have done a lot better if they made a rectangle and really emphasized the anchor there. I think, again, too many stars. They have words down there. No good. Alright, I think that is all of the F and D ranking flags. Moving up to C. Let's see. Oh wait, no, I forgot a D. I think U.S. Virgin Islands are going to get a D because that is hideous right there. Alright, moving up to C. I think American Samoa, I'm not a big fan. That eagle, I think, is a little bit too detailed. Let's see what else we have. California Republic. I am not a fan of that bear. I think it has way too much shading, too much detail. Not to mention the words California Republic are written right under it. No good, if you ask me. Arkansas, I like this design, even though it has stars, but they had to go and write Arkansas on their flag, which brings it down, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what else we have. Ooh, I think Wyoming is also going to get a C rating, unfortunately. They were so close to near perfection with that bison on there, but they had to shove their state seal. I don't know why they did it. Makes me very sad. Okay, I think I'm also going to throw Guam's flag in C. I don't think that red and blue goes well together at all. I think they should have gone with a darker blue or maybe a lighter red. I don't know. I also don't like whatever that is in the middle. And of course, that does have the word Guam written right on it. Okay, now we're getting to the good flags, relatively good flags. So I think Tennessee definitely deserves to be B and not a level higher. It is pretty good. I don't understand why they put this little blue section on the right side of the flag when the hoist is on the left. I think that was a terrible design choice. I think this would look a lot better if it was mirrored, but this is what we're stuck with, unfortunately. I don't know how I feel about those stars. They feel a little bit cramped in the middle there, but I'm fine with it, to be perfectly honest. I think South Carolina is also going to go in there. Look at that. It blends in with Tennessee. South Carolina, their moon shape does not make sense because the Earth's shadow is way smaller than the moon. That is not realistic. Also, the tree here is too detailed for my liking. I think the leaves should be abstracted a little bit more, fewer lines, and I think they would have a lot better flag. And okay, let's see what else is going in B. I'm going to save most of these for upper levels. Ooh, I think Puerto Rico is going to go in B. I think that is too bright of a blue. They definitely should have gone with a more navy. And also this looks a lot like the Cuban flag, which has the red and blue reversed, of course. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good flag. It would be higher if it weren't for those issues. Let's see, I am also going to throw the new Mississippi flag in B. I think they missed a great opportunity to use fewer colors and some simpler artwork in the middle for the magnolia flower. They also did the same thing with the stars that everybody else is doing, very uncreative of them. And they have the words "In God We Trust" on the bottom. I am not a fan of words on flags at all. And overall, I don't know how I feel about the new redesign. I think definitely better than the old design, of course, but they still could have gotten a lot better of a flag, and kind of disappointing if you were to ask me. Okay, and alright, I definitely want to save most of these for S and A tiers, but I think I'm going to throw Ohio in B tier as well. What is going on with those stars? I don't understand what they were thinking. They're not even at all. You have random 4 stars on the right. You have them going around that weird target shape on the left, and then you have the 2 random ones above and below. It doesn't make any sense to me. Not to mention the flag is not rectangle shaped for no good reason. I am a fan of flags that are not rectangle shaped, like Nepal, for example, but Ohio's flag, I don't see what they were going for with the non-rectangular shape. It messes up their stripes. I don't think they should have gone for stripes. If they're going for a weird shape, you got to pick one or the other, Ohio, and somehow you picked the worst of both. Okay, moving up to A tier. I would say all these flags on the bottom I would be very proud of if they were my state or DC. Unfortunately, my state is in F. Not surprising. Let's see, what do we have here? I think Alaska, A for Alaska. It's a very good flag, but a little bit uncreative if you ask me. Alaska is not the only place that you can see the Big Dipper. And while I am a fan of constellations on flags, like with New Zealand or Australia, I think Alaska chose a good one, definitely, but only has 2 colors, and I think the design is a little bit small for their flag. Overall, great flag though. Again, a little bit simple. And yeah, that is my review of the Alaskan state flag. Also going in A, I'm going to throw Arizona. I know a lot of people are very proud of the Arizonan flag. A lot of people like it. I am personally not a fan. I know it has great color symbolism with the orange and the white and the red. I just don't like how the top part of the orange star blends in a little bit too well with the yellow and the red there for me. Not to mention, I am not a fan of that yellow at all. I think it is way too bright, especially for a flag. And again, it kind of conflicts with the orange there. It doesn't go well at all. So kind of disappointing by Arizona, but not as bad as B tier or below. I think also going to throw their neighboring state in there, New Mexico. I think has a pretty good flag. It is a little bit simple. I do like the symmetry though. I think the rotational symmetry was a great choice by whoever designed that flag. Although I'm not really a fan of the spokes coming off. I think they look a little bit odd. And I think they could have done something more. I think maybe more colors or better symbolism. Nothing about that really shouts New Mexico to me. I don't really see it. Okay, and now moving up to S tier. I think, yes, I'm going to keep all of these here. I am a huge fan of the Maryland flag. I think they did a phenomenal job with it. Colors go very well together. It has complex imagery, but not too complex. I really like the cross pattern there. And then the double cross inside the cross, genius if you ask me. So that is my favorite state flag. Closely followed by Washington, D.C. They have excellent design. Love the 2 lines and the 3 stars on the top. They are very proud of this flag, and for good reason. It is a very, very well designed flag. Very simple. People can remember it very easily. Nothing too complicated. Only 3 stars, as opposed to these other flags with dozens of stars. Looking at you, Missouri. Also, only 2 colors. Very simple. And if you go to Washington, D.C., you will see this flag everywhere. And that is a good metric of how good a state's flag is. If you go to West Virginia, I doubt you would see their state flag anywhere except the state capitol. Talking about recognizability, we have Texas, an amazing flag, very good symbolism. It is very recognizable. It screams Texas to me. It is clearly related to the United States flag with the red, white, and blue. They have some great color choices and great color symbolism. I don't remember off the top of my head what the colors stand for, but I know that they were carefully chosen, and I think they do a great job representing the Lone Star State. And then last on the list we have Colorado here. I think also deserves S tier. I think Colorado has a wonderful flag. Love the C. I think they did a really clever job implementing that as they did. The 4 colors that they chose, go very well together, in my opinion. I think if you're gonna choose yellow, that is a pretty good yellow, and the yellow/gold on Mississippi's flag. Those are the only 2 acceptable yellow colors. Oh, and Maryland, of course. Back to Colorado, I think the tricolor in the background is a good choice. It doesn't overcomplicate it. It doesn't detract from the C and the yellow circle in the middle there. Similar to Texas and Washington, D.C., you will see this flag everywhere if you go to Colorado. It is on merchandise, tourism things that you can buy. It is absolutely everywhere. They love their flag, and for great reason. It is a very good flag, one of the best in my opinion. So my overall ranking is here. If you disagree, please leave a comment, let me know, and I will respond. My favorite flag, again, is Maryland, followed by Washington, D.C. I would say my least favorite is either West Virginia down here in F, or possibly Delaware for that horrendous background color. No idea what they were thinking there. Horrible choice if you ask me. Or possibly New Jersey, which is the only state with that horrible yellow-ish, orange-ish, but muted color as the background. And they have the seal on it. No good. So that is my ranking of the state flags. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please let me know if you have any feedback. I will be sure to respond, and I will see you in the next video.